Hello everyone and welcome again. So today in this class we are going to see certain basic operations that we can perform on string. So in the previous class you might have learned about what are strings and how you can represent strings in Python. So in today's class we are going to go one step ahead and learn what are the basic operations that you can perform on the strings. So as you can see on the screen, first we are going to see is the string concatenation. So this is the first operation we are going to perform, and this concatenation means you want to join two or more strings into a single one. Like in this case, as you can see, we have got two strings, string 1, so I am assigning a value hello to it, and there is another string, string 2, and I am assigning a string world to it, and I am saying that print string 1 plus string 2. Now this operator that I am using, this particular operator is going to add these two strings. So that means this operator is going to concatenate these two strings. So let us see how it joins and what do I mean when I say concatenation. So let me execute this particular code. So you can press F5 or this particular button. Here you can see in the console window that we have got the output hello world, and you can see both the strings are now joined together. So this is what concatenation means, and this is how you can perform concatenation. Now suppose I want a gap over here between the two words, so I can put a gap when I write word, or I can put a gap after hello. So now in this case I am just putting a gap here, right, before the world. So when I execute, now you can see the output that there is a gap. So ultimately it is concatenating to two strings. That means it is joining the two strings. So it can be more than two strings. Say for instance, I take another string, string 3, and I say welcome. That means I want to join it. I need to add a plus symbol and then write str3. That means now I want to join three strings. So my three strings are hello, world, and welcome. So once I execute, as you can see, the three strings are concatenated hello, world, and welcome. So as I told you that if you want a gap between world and welcome, so you can put a gap here. So you can represent a string in a single quote, or like I have done here in double quotes. Both are permissible in Python. Now I execute this particular code, you can see hello, world, and welcome. So in this way you can concatenate or join as many strings as you want. So this is the first basic operation of a string. Now let's move on to another operation which is called append. Now this append means you want to add a string at the end of another string. Now the operator used for this purpose is plus equal to. Now you can see a simple difference between concatenation and append. In this case I am saying hello as string 1, and I am putting world in the variable string 2, and I am saying string 1 plus equal to string 2, and I am printing string 1. So what will be my result? So the result is here, as you can see, that the world is added at the end of the word hello. Now in this case I am printing the value string 1. Previously my string 1 was hello, now it has been replaced with hello world. So if I write here print string 2 and I execute, you can see the string 2 has not changed. It remains same, that is world, but my string 1, which was earlier hello, has now changed to hello world. So this is called appending. If I go back to my previous case, now if I print, this is the concatenation one, and if I print string 1 and execute, you can see here the string 1 have not changed, it is still hello. So that is the difference when we concatenate and when we append. So when you concatenate, the variables, they retain the values, like in this case string 1 has not changed, similarly string 2 will not change and string 3 will not change, they are just concatenating with each other. Whereas in this particular example, when we are appending with the help of plus equal to symbol, we can see that the value of string 1 has changed to hello world, whereas string 2 has remains unchanged, because we have written string 1 plus equal to string 2. So whatever is the result is stored in string 1. So that's why the value is changed. So I hope you have got the difference between concatenation and append. Another thing that you can use in Python is called f-string. Now this Python f-string, this is a new way to format string, and such strings, that means when we use f-string, they are more concise, they are less prone to error than other ways of formatting, and also they are faster. So how to use it? Again, I have got two variables, string 1 and string 2. So what I am doing is that I am storing hello in string 1 and I am storing world in string 2. Now I am saying that another variable f string is equal to f. Now this is the syntax of using f string. So I am saying that f string, so f within double quotes string 1 and string 2 and print f string. Now when I execute this particular code, you can see that there is a concatenation of both the strings, string 1 and string 2. So we can give a gap over here as we have seen in the case of concatenation. So now the output is hello world. So this is another way by which we can perform the concatenation operation. So you can use either of it depending upon the requirement of the program. You can concatenate, you can append, or you can use f strings. Now why f strings are better, we have already discussed. And remember that this particular variable is just a variable name. I am using f string over here, you can use any name over here, but the important thing is this: you have to declare f, and within the double quotes you have to write string 1 and string 2 within the curly braces like this. So another thing is that you can loop through a string. Say for example, I just want to loop through the string hello. So what I will do is that I will use a for loop for that, and I will say for x in hello print x. So for what will happen is that, as you can see in the output, that I am traversing through all the characters which are there in hello. So as you can see in the output, I am receiving H, E, L, L and O. Right. You can do this with any of the string that you will input. Say for example, I input another string, New Delhi over here, and I execute this particular code. So you can see it has traversed through the entire string New Delhi. So this is how you can loop through the characters in a string with the help of a for loop. Another important function over here is that you can use len function to get the length of a string. Say for example, your string is independence. You just need to write print len and then str. So this len function is going to give you the length of the string, which is in our case is independence. So when I execute this particular code, you can see here in the console window the output is 12. That means there are 12 characters. So you can count it, right? So for any given string, you can find out how many characters are there in that particular string using the len function. Another important thing that you can perform, that means you want to check for a particular phrase or for a particular character whether it is present in a given sentence, then in that case you can use this in keyword can be used. So in our case here, my string is always work hard for success. This is my string, always work hard for success, and I am saying print work in str. So what I am looking for is the string work in the sentence that I have stored in the str variable. So we can see it is available over there. So when I execute this code, the output is true. That means this particular string is available in the sentence where I am checking it. So let's make a small change. So I am changing the W to capital 1. So here in the sentence, the W of the work is in small letters, and while I am checking it, I am putting it in capital letters. So you can see the output, it is saying false. That means the case of the character that you are looking for, it must match with the case of the character which is available or which is there in the sentence. Otherwise it will say that that particular string is not available. So in this case, as you can see, the output is false. So this is something you must be careful of. So say I give another string over here, new. So in my sentence, the word new is not there. So when I execute this code, I must get false. So this is how you can check whether a particular string or word is available in the sentence where you are looking it for. So you can use the keyword in. Next, you can check the string using if statement also. So again, I take the same example, our string, the sentence is always work hard for success, and the if statement goes like this. So if hard, the string or the word I am looking for, in str, so I am just printing hard is present. So this is the case. So since you can see the output hard is present, since this word that I am looking for is available in the sentence. So this is how you can incorporate if statement when you look for a particular word or a string in a sentence. Now let's change it. So I am changing it to new again. So what will be the output? So as you can see, there is no output over here because this condition is false. So it is just moving out. So what you can do is that you can put a else statement over here, that what will happen otherwise. Right. Okay, so when I execute this particular code, so I'm going to the else part, and it's saying new is not present in the string where I am checking for it. Right? So in the sentence that I am checking for it, the word new is not present, so I am getting this particular output. So these are the ways by which you can check whether a particular phrase or a word is available in the sentence that you are checking, where you are checking it. Now there is another keyword that you can use is not. So my string again remains same, and I am saying print hello not in str. Hello not in str. So obviously the output will be true because the word hello is not there in this particular sentence. So like in the previous case we are checking for in, you can use not in also to check if a particular word or a phrase whether it is absent in a particular sentence or not. So if I say always, so our output is false. Why the output is false? Because always is present in this particular sentence. So that's why not in becomes false, because it is already there. So this thing is quite opposite of the in that we have now seen. So you can use both in or not in your program codes depending upon what logic you are using. Again, this not in can be used with the if statement also, like in this case that string, our string or the sentence remains same, always work hard for success, and I am saying that if hello not in string, so print hello is not present. So again if I execute this particular code, so it's saying that hello is not present in the string, and if this is false, so I need to go to the else part, I need to print say I am looking for always so always now in this case if I execute this particular code, so obviously it is going to go always is present. So this is how we can use not in also. So these are certain operations that you can perform on the strings. So just let us just recap. So the number one was concatenation, wherein we can join two strings, and we have to remember that the string values does not change, they just add up one after another. Number two was append, where the string value was changed, plus equal to was used, and then we have used f string also, another way by which we can join two strings. Then we have seen how you can loop through the characters present in a string using a for loop. So we can loop through all the characters present in a particular string. Then we have seen how to use the len function to find the length of a given string. Then we have seen how to check whether a particular word is present in a sentence or not, which we are calling it as a string check. So we have used the in keyword for that. Next we have used in with if else. Then we have seen another way which is called not in, to check whether a string is not present in the statement, and then we have used not in with the if-else statement. So I hope you have understood these simple operations that you can perform on strings. So in the next class, we are going to see certain methods that we can use with strings. Thank you for joining.